بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Math, grade 7. We are in model 9, measures figures. Today we have the second lesson, area of circles. Area of circles. In this lesson, we want to learn how to find the area of circles. How to find the area of circles. So, what is the meaning of the area of the circles? Area of circles. How can you use the formula of the area of parallelogram to help you find the area of a circle? The figures are shown a circle and a wavy parallelogram. Drag the point on a slider and observe what happens to the figures. Record your observation. طيب. Here, as you see here, we have circle. I cut the circle to the 4 sectors, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I take the sectors and I will put it here, like this figure. As you see, this is nearestly like a parallelogram. Now, if I increase the sectors like this, look what happens. Now, if I cut the circle to the 18 sectors, I have now exactly parallelogram. And inside the parallelogram here we have 18 sectors. 18 sectors. Read the shown radius button. Drag the slider and observe the relation between the height of the parallelogram and the radius of the circle. Record your observation. طيب. If I want to determine the radius of the circle, the radius of the circle here, as you see, represent the height in the parallelogram. The radius in the circle represent the height on the parallelogram. Drag the slider and observe the relationship between the base of the parallelogram and the circumference of the circle. Record your observation. Right. If I start from this point and I do the whole turn to get the same point, I have what? The circumference. I have the circumference of the circle. The circumference of the circle equal what? Equal the base and the top of the parallelogram. This side and this side.
Derive the formula for the area of a circle. Teaching notes. When a circle is divided into sections, the sections can be rearranged to form a figure resembling a parallelogram.
As you see, when we divided the circle to the many sections, the sections will get the parallelogram here. And the radius in the circle represent the height in the parallelogram. And the circumference in the circle represent the base and the top of the parallelogram, means the half base, means the half of the base. So means half circumference, half circumference. So now we have the height represents the radius in the parallelogram, and the base represents the half of circumference of the circle. So as you remember, the area of the parallelogram, area equal base times height. Now substitution. The height in the parallelogram represent r. So put the value of the height r. So the area now will be base times radius. And the base in the parallelogram represent half circumference. So substitution here with the value of v, half c times r. But from the last lesson, you know the circumference, the formula of the circumference equal 2 pi r. So substitution with the value of c, 2 pi r. Now 2 times half will be 1. 2 times half will be 1. And r times r will be r squared. So the formula now will be a equal pi times r. R means r squared. R squared. So this formula to find the area of the circle. This formula to find the formula of the circle. Find the area given the radius. Find the area of the circle. Use 3.14 for pi. Round to the nearest hundredth if necessary. Right. This is the circle, and this is the center of the circle, and this is the radius. And the measure of this radius will be 14.2 inch. How to find the area of this circle? The first step, write the formula. The area of the circle A equal pi r squared. Now the value of the pi will be 3.14. And the value of the r will be 14.2. Squared. Now here you have 3.14 times 14.2 squared means 14.2 times 14.2. Now we can calculate. We have 3.14 times 14.2 times 14.2. So the answer will be 633.1496 inch squared. Who has any question here?
مستر ليش حتى ضربته باثنين؟ اللي يعني مستر حطيت 40.2 مرتين.
Because here we have squared. What's the meaning of squared? What's the meaning of x1 and 2?
Sir, how did you know that they're squared?
from the formula r squared.
Okay.
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 Find the area given the radius. Now the next example, the same idea here. What is the area of the circle? Use 3.14 for pi. Round to the nearest hundredths if necessary. طيب. I want to from all to try to find the area of this circle. And as you see, this is the circle, and this is the center of circle, and this is the radius. The measure of this radius will be 11.65 inch. I want to from all now to try to find this area. Start please and tell me what is your answer.
مستر
Yes.
Mr. Can I answer?
مستر الإجابة طلعت لي 469.68. So I rounded to the nearest hundred. So it tell me 426.17.
Excellent, Abdullah. Who has different answer?
Submit.
Yes.
426.16.
Okay, thank you, Mansour. Who has different answer? Great, Mansour. Who has different answer? Okay, listen to me, please. Start from the formula, write the formula.
Mister?
Yes, yes.
426.168.
Thank you, Milad. Great. So start from the formula. The area of the circle A equal pi r squared. So the value of the pi will be 3.14 times the value of the r 11.65, and we have r squared means 11.65 times 11.65. Now we can calculate. We have 3.14 times 11.65 times 11.65. So the answer will be 416,865. This is exactly. If you want to round to the nearest hundredths, this is the hundredths. Look to the right number, up 5. If the right number 5 and up, add 1. Add 1 to the hundredths digit. So will be here 7, and here 1, and here we have the point 6, 2, 4. So the answer will be 426.17 inch squared.
But Mister, if we didn't round and we put the answer here, would it be right?
This answer exactly. But if the question said round to the nearest hundredths if you necessary, you will get what? This answer.
Okay.
Okay? Find the area given the diameter. Now we have diameter, not we have the radius. What is the area of space needed to fit the base of the statue? Use 3.14 for pi round to the nearest hundredths if necessary. As you see, this is the statues, and here we have circle, and as you see here we have diameter, not radius. The diameter here will be 26 feet. So what I do to find the area? The first step, find the radius of the circle. Find the radius of the circle. How to find the radius?
Mr. First of all, Mr. We times 26 by square, so it will, then we multiply it by 3.14, and the answer will be 2122.64.
Okay, thank you, Abdullah. As you see, the diameter 26 feet. I want to find the radius. So, as you remember from last lesson, the radius equals the half of the diameter. The half of the diameter means d divided by 2. And the value of d will be 26 divided by 2 equal 13 feet. Now write the formula. Area of the circle equal pi r squared. The pi equals 3.14 and the r equal 13, and we have squared means 13 times 13. Now we can calculate. We have 3.14 times 13 times 13. The answer will be
Mr. 513.66.
great. Feet
Mr.
squared.
513.66.
Yes, this is exactly. And if you want to round to the nearest hundredths,
It will be Mr. 513.70.
and this is the hundredths.
Mister, it can't be rounded.
Yes, the round of this answer the same answer. Why? Because as you see here, the hundredths, we don't have here digits, means 0. If the right number 0, keep the same digit. Keep the same digit, means the same answer. Means here we have the same answer. طيب. What is the area of one side of quarter? Use 3.14 for pi. Round to the nearest hundredth if necessary. As you see here, we have circle, and here we have the diameter, 24.26 millimeter, and I want to find the area. Now I want from all to try and tell me what is your answer, please. Start.
Mr. My answer is, if I want to round it, my answer is 1,080 and 884.039. But if I want to make it 0.40.
Thank you, Abdullah. Great work.
So can I answer?
Yes.
Mr.
1848.03.
Thank you. Great work. Was different answer?
Mr. I have an answer.
Yes.
Mr. 3.863.
Thank you, Milad. Great work. Okay, listen to me, please. We have here diameter. So D equal 24.26 millimeter. We want to solve the radius. The radius equal the half of the diameter, D divide by 2, means 24.26 divide by 2 means 12.13 millimeter. So the radius equal 12.13 millimeters. Now start from the formula.
Mr. What about the boy?
The y here inside the formula. A equal pi times r squared. The value of the pi always 3.14, and the value of the r 12.13 squared, means we have 3.14 times 12.13 times 12.13. Why 12.13 times 12.13? Because here we have exponent 2 squared. Now we can calculate. We have 3.14 times 12.13 times 0.13. So the answer will be 462.009866 millimeter squared. If you want to do rounding for the
Mr. We divided the 24.26 with the 2, then the answer is 12.13. Yeah?
yes, correct. Okay, this is the hundredths. Look to the right. Number 9, 5 and up. So we can add 1 here. And remove the all numbers here, change it to the zeros, and no value to the zeros here. So here will be 1, and here 0, and here we have the 0.264. So the answer will be 462.01 millimeter squared. Who has any question here?
There when we divided by 2 and when we just times make it squared.
And when we have diameter, from the information here we have diameter. So we cannot do the formula directly because we don't have the radius. So we want to find the radius. How to find the radius? As you know, the radius equal the half of the diameter. So d divided by 2.
Okay, I understand. Thank you, Mr.
Welcome.
Sir, why did you not find the circumference?
No, this is different than the circumference. The formula of the circumference, we have two formulas. If we have the diameter, we can use C equal D times pi. And if we have the radius, we can use A equal 2 pi r. Okay?
Okay.
Now the area of the semicircle. What's the meaning of the semicircle? A semicircle is the half of a circle. Is a half of a circle. So the area A of a semicircle equals half of the product of pi and the square of its radius r. So the formula will be the same formula of the circle, just add half. Area of the semicircle equal 1 over 2 times pi times r squared. Here we have the whole circle. In the shaded, in the blue color here, we have the semicircle. The semicircle. So when you want to find the area of the semicircle, use this formula. A equal 1 over 2 times pi times r squared. As you see here, we have semicircle. We have here semicircle. And here we have the radius of the semicircle. The radius will be 30 foot. We want to find the area of the semicircle. So what I do, the first step, write the formula. The formula A equal 1 over 2 times pi times r squared. So we have 1 over 2 times pi, and the r will be 30. 30 squared. 30 squared means 30 times 30 will be 900. 900 divided by 2, 900 divided by 2 will be 450 times pi. And the value of pi will be 3.14. 450 times 3.14 will be about 1413. Now here we have example has the same idea. I want to from all now to try to solve it. Here as you see we have the semicircle. But here we have diameter, not radius. Here we have diameter. I want from all to try to find the area of the semicircle here. Start please.
But Mr. How we can divide mixed number?
Change the mixed number to the fraction, then to the decimal.
Okay.
Mister,
Yes.
Mr. 52.595.
Okay, Milad, great work. Thank you. Who has different answer?
Mr. Like I mean 52.60.
Mhm. Thank you, Milad. Great.
Mister, can I answer?
Yes.
140.95.
Okay, thank you, Mansour. Great work. Who has different answer?
Mr. Wait, I will now do. I will. Mr. My answer is 818.96.
Okay, thank you, Abdullah. Great. Who has different answer? Okay. Now we have the diameter 16 and 3 over 4. Change it to the mixed number. 16 times 4 will be 64. 64 plus 3 will be 67 over 4. Now 67 divided by 4 will be 16.75 feet. Now we want to solve the radius. The radius equals half of the diameter. Means d over 2 or d divided by 2. Means d 16.75 divided by 2 will be 8.375. This is the radius. Now how to find the area? Start from the formula. The area of the semicircle equal 1 over 2 times pi times r squared. Means we have 1 over 2 and the value of the pi will be 3.14. And the r will be 375 squared means we have here 1 times 1 times 3.14 times 8.375 times 8.375 divide by 2. You can calculate now. We have 3.14 times 8.375 times 8.375 will be 220.2415625 divide by 2. So the last answer will be 110.1207813. About, this is the hundredth is here. The right value here 0 means keep the same digit. So the answer will be 110.12. ft squared. Who has any question here? Is it clear for all?
Mister, why did you divide by 2 too many times? Like you divide here up to
Because here we have,
down.
here you have in the formula we have 1 over 2. So how to multiply the whole number by the fraction? Multiply the whole number by the numerator, then divide by the denominator. So multiply by numerator, then divide by the denominator. Here will be 2. Okay, Abdullah?
Okay.
Okay. طيب, inshallah, we will continue tomorrow. Tomorrow we will use the circumference to find the area, inshallah, and I will send the homework today in the teams. Try to solve it and send me today. The deadline tomorrow morning before 10 a.m. inshallah. Ahmad. Hamad Saeed.
Yes, Mister, I'm here.
Hamdan Al-Amri.
Thank you, Mister, for the lesson.
Welcome. Hamdan Al-Amri. Hamdan Ali. زايد النعيمي. سالم هداف. عبد الله مانع.
موجود أستاذ.
علي حمد، عيسى، فلاح،
موجود أستاذ.
منصور أحمد، منصور راشد،
أستاذ موجود.
منصور نايف،
موجود أستاذ.
هلال،
موجود مستر.
زع،
مع السلامة.
موجود مستر. مع السلامة مستر.
مع السلامة، حياكم الله.
أستاذ سجلني حضور بالله عليك، أنا علي حمد ما سمعت اسمي زين.
علي حمد،
هي أستاذ علي حمد.
أوكي.
مع السلامة.
مع السلامة. خلفان،
موجود.
خليفة، دويس،
موجود أستاذ موجود.
سالم جمعة، سالم جمعة، سالم. طيب سلطان، سيف، عبد الله الجابري،
موجود مستر عبد الله.
أحمد التميمي، عفوا عبد الله التميمي.
مع السلامة أستاذ.
مع السلامة. فارس، محمد الراجدي، محمد عبد العزيز، محمد عمار،
موجود أستاذ.
محمد عمر.
أستاذ شكرا على الحصة، مع السلامة.
لا وسهلا، حياكم الله. محمد عمر، منصور علي.
موجود.
Okay, this is our video today. Thank you for your listening. See you tomorrow إن شاء الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة
أستاذ أنت
الله.
ما قلت اسمي.